Good day, fellow gamers. My name's John, and today I'm playing my favorite game with you, Diablo 2. For this episode, we'll be looking at a budget smiter, made for the sole purpose of farming Travincal and Ubers. Before we jump in, the reason this character will be so important is due to the fact that Travincal has one of the highest drop rates for runes, and with the games per hour restriction lifted, this will be a main location to farm high runes. Unfortunately, you can't spawn Ubers in single player, but this character is built after many smiters I have made in the past and will not let you down. Let's go for a run. I start off by proccing Holy Shield. This combined with some dexterity, as you'll see later, gives me a 75% block chance. So that's just one defensive layer. This is actually a hardcore single player character I have. But I feel completely confident fighting Travincal, especially in a solo game. As you can see, they do relatively little damage to me, and if they do hit me, I'm able to heal up almost instantly. Show you a peek of my inventory. I did not even proc Fade. I have 0 resistances. You normally don't want to do that in hardcore. You would go take your treachery that I have on and stand in the fire on the River of Flame in Act 4 waypoint. I'll show you where that is. But as you can see, I just nuked Travincal with almost no issue in hell with 0 fire resistance. I'll show you the gear that I use while I go proc Fade, so I can show you how we max our resistances real quick. So you stand in the fire here, and eventually it will proc. So one of the pre-buff armors that you use is Treachery right there. 5% chance to cast level 15 Fade when struck. That's an assassin skill. Greatly increases your resistances. You just gotta play a waiting game. Eventually, my character will go see-through. That's how you'll know that you have your resistance buff. Also, these will dramatically go up. While we're waiting for that, let me go into my stats. So I just use enough strength to use my gear, which is 133 total. Dexterity, I've got enough dex to make me max block. Once I use Holy Shield also increases my smite damage. I get enough vitality to get up to 100 just because after a while, even using smite, eventually I can run out of mana. You know, it only costs 2 mana, but we don't have unlimited. So there you can see my Fade procced, so I'll switch over to my Serpent Skin armor, which gives a whole bunch of resistances and more magic damage reduction, which helps against all elemental damage by Ubers and Travincal. So as you can see, after that's procced and I put my Serpent Skin back on, you know, I'm fully resist capped. You know, torches, nannies, they're not super budget in the beginning, but if you have a character that can solo Ubers, all of a sudden it becomes budget. The paladin skill levels don't really make a huge difference on melee characters. You could use an assassin torch and you'd really be just about as good as if you were using a paladin one. Again, I do have an Annie there. Not necessary at all. It's one skill. I could drop that off and still do tons of damage. This is River of Flame, still able to, whack down the mobs. Let's do one more run with a Fade proc. Just, show you actually what Travincal looks like when I have all my resistances going. While I'm getting this Fade proc to go again, I'm going to go over my skills. So I put 1 into Sacrifice, I put 1 into Zeal, just the skill points you have alone will carry this to level 7, so you'll get 5 hits with 1 attack. I put 1 skill into Vengeance because sometimes the council members will spawn physical immune, and rather than finding amp damage to break physical immune, I'd rather always have life tap up, so that way I don't die. I max Smite. I put 1 into Holy Bolt, 1 into Charge, 1 into Blessed Hammer. I max Holy Shield. That gives me additional block chance. It gives me more damage for Smite. So adds, makes me a little bit tankier, a little bit more damage. Good skill to have. Offense auras. I max Fanaticism. Makes me attack faster, do more damage. Typical for a Zealer or Smiter, which we use both. Conviction, I like to get to level 20. I actually may have screwed up a talent point, but I'm not doing Ubers. Anyways, since this is single player, I believe you want this to be 21, so it cancels out Mephisto's Conviction Aura, so that way your resistances will stay at max. Let's see what else we got here. I do have 1 into Vigor, and the prerequisites, just so I can run quick. Redemption is granted to me by my weapon. I got a Vex in there. All Vex does is adds Mana Leech, which can be easily replaced with a perfect Skull, which honestly would be better because it adds even more Life Leech. I just didn't have a P Skull, and it was easy to import a Vex rune. Alright, I got my Fade up, so there's my resistances back. I use G-Face. It's just a great melee helmet. Has Deadly Strike, Crushing Blow, Hit Recovery. Cat's Eye, I just do that really for the movement and attack speed. Gurkies gives me resistances, damage reduction, magic damage reduction. Goblin Toe, more Crushing Blow. Dwarf Star, both do Fire Absorb, magic damage reduction. That helps in Ubers, and it helps with the Hydras. Thunder Gods, that helps when Sparkfest Council guy starts shooting his lightning balls. Keeps you alive through that. Drax, that's the best melee glove for almost every character that does melee because it casts Life Tap. Makes it so that way whatever damage you deal to a Life Tap enemy is instantly returned to you. It works faster than Life Leech. It's instant, so that's basically one of your biggest defensive layers there is getting that to proc. A little tip I use is I usually start off a fight using Zeal. Zeal hits really fast, so it pretty much procs your Life Tap almost instantly. If it doesn't, you're still leeching. And then once your Life Tap is procced, you can switch over to Smite, because Smite never misses, so you'll be able to nuke things down a little bit faster. So here you see I'm using my Zeal. Hasn't procced yet, but it'll proc in a second here. Maybe. Still staying alive pretty good. I got some health potions I can use. If you think you're gonna die or you get into a pickle, you can always go down to level 2 of Durance. There won't be any monsters there when you spawn. Having a tough time getting my Life Tap to trigger. Don't know why. It's usually a lot quicker than that. I don't have much attack rating on this character, so that could definitely be a factor in there. Oh, there you go. There's Life Tap. You can see it's either red or orange. I'm colorblind. It's whatever that is over the council member's head now. But yeah, basically makes you heal up instantly. Life might go down a little bit. Might give you a little mini heart attack, but in all honesty, if you're going to be doing this in hardcore, you'll probably have some life charms in there. At least a couple. There's literally 0 here, so that's hundreds, if not thousands, of missing life. If you get 1 high rune, you can make yourself a CTA that'll double your health. you know, you get one more high rune, you can get this grief. That'll make your damage go through the roof. Let's do one more quick run with a grief on. Just to show how, you know, how really strong this character can be for even just one high rune. Let's fill back up. You've probably also noticed that I haven't even been using a mercenary, which honestly on a paladin with my Phantasm aura adds a crazy amount of damage too. Really would make these runs go a lot faster, but I'm just showing you how easy it is without it. But this is one upgrade, a grief. I'm just still using Zeal. Nothing else has changed. This is after a 1 high rune upgrade. So completely makes it way freaking stronger. You know, we got this guy. We only got one guy left. Where is he? He's physical immune. So this is what I was saying earlier. You know, I'm going to use Vengeance. He's physical immune. I'm going to use my Conviction. That just took off his fire immunity at least. So I do a little bit more damage to him now. You know, usually we'd use Conviction for Mephisto, like I said, in Ubers. But in this case, you know, it breaks his fire immune. Lets us do a little bit more damage. But yeah, Council is just great for high runes. It's great for charms. It's good for jewelry, facets. You know, and there's no searching. You don't need maphack or anything to be effective at this. You know, you get a lot of good blues too, like Blade Talons. You might get some really godly trap claws. There's another set of claws right there. You know, I've seen tons of Druid helms from here. You know, pretty much anything can drop from Travincal. If not anything, a lot of things. You know, you're not going to get your chase items from here. Like, you're not going to find Griffins or Death's Fathom, but you can definitely find the runes to trade for them. And especially, like I said earlier, they're getting rid of that temp ban for leaving and joining games too quick. So, you know, once you get that grief, that one high rune, all of a sudden you can fly through these and, you know, maybe, you know, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, you get a couple upgrades. You know, you can really make some quick high runes with this strat. But good luck to you guys. If you like what you see, please subscribe, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. We'll get more next time.